the participant gets who made the move from outside feel at home, as it was signed in Berlin. Today, the Alliance of the Sahel is alive, and we have many people who left their countries and came in Niger because of this cause, because something is done in Niger, and they hear about it. So this struggle was done through youth and the women, through the youth, I mean through the women, because the women are in the center of humanity, and the women worked for the struggle and they succeeded. And today we created the Alliance of the Sahel. When they created their union, there wasn't any problem. But our alliance, our alliance is not well seen by the enemies. And as the ring, you have the ring in a marriage. The ring is the symbol for marriage. And today we have the alliance of the Sahel countries that are not that our enemies do not like, and they colonized us. Yes, through by using force. And today they are facing another generation of people who refuse slavery, who refuse to be obedient to their orders. What we call our organization, the M62, M62 in French, was created in October because people were massacred, killed in a Tera region of Niger, and because we know that Niger belongs to Niger people, we do not forget. We, we, the first time we had the France army in Niger, but unfortunately, French did not help Niger in return. We do have Italian army forces in Niger. We do have a U.S. army in Niger. And we in Niger, we have different ethnic groups, but we are one because we belong to the same culture and tradition. And they take things from us and bring them back to us to divide us. They shape new identities, new cultures, and use them against us. And that will not work. We have warriors in Niger. We have warriors in the continent. And today, if I can see old people, seniors with us, that means we still are lucky to have seniors with us. They will share good moments, knowledge with us, experience with us, and help us to grow up on the good way. And we are just at the start of the struggle. It's not the end of the struggle. And the air that they breathe is the same air that we breathe too. And today we speak the same language. This is the language of the former colonizers. And we have NATO. And we knew that the independence were given to us as a gift. I mean, some countries in Africa. But the appeal that I want to make right now is to tell you we can be in unity when we stand. So we are strong in unity because those terrorists that kill us today, they they are equipped and skilled by people we know and people who think that they are stronger than us because they want to kill us, they want to make terror in our countries. we have professors, we have people with knowledge in Niger and in Africa, whereas we do have some illiterate people, people who never go to school, how to manipulate technology. So who trained them? So we know now who is training them. These people are called imperialists, and we consider them as the black imperialists. And we sleep together, we eat together with those bad guys, and please come back on the reality. So when they come in our countries, we call them expatriates. But when we go to their countries, we are called immigrants. So the same borders and the same documents they do have to come in our countries. We do have the same. And if we go in their countries, we are given bad jobs. We said no to that injustice, and we want to be treated as human beings. That's it. And we are ready to pay huge price. Even if that will cost our life, we are ready to pay our life for this cause. And we are ready. And the struggle will continue. And let's remind you that in unity we stand, and in division we fail. So, and we can see them doing many actions. We understand what they are doing. They try everything they can do against us. Whatever they can do, they are doing it against us. And we will never change. We stay strong and fight against them. But unfortunately, they find bad guys among us, among our people, who are ready to sell our countries and work for those people down on our enemies. And whatever Secretary said to us today, we understand that is true. Today, I want to share the example of the former president of Burkina Faso called Blaise Compaoré, who ruled Burkina Faso for 24 days. He tried to have a medical visa treated in France, but they denied that visa to him, whereas he stayed on power because of France's blessings. But today, unfortunately for him, they do not accept him in their country. So that means they calculated everything, they make the plans of everything in advance. And today, if Niger said, okay, I want to take my destiny by my own, they say they will bombard Niger and assault Niger. So where is the African Union, the real ECOWAS, who wanted to help us? But they are there all when France wanted to bombard
Parce que
us,
c'est des valets locaux qui se sont
because they
remis.
know that it's worth it
On
to
vous
bombard
tape les
Niger.
billets, on amène, on donne aux terroristes, on donne aux
They
dirigeants.
give
Nous, on
weapons
continue
to
à nous
terrorists,
maintenir dans la
and
faim, dans
terrorists
la
come to
précarité,
attack
nous
us,
dire qu'on
and
est
they want
pauvre.
to keep us in slavery and extreme poverty. Why do they do this? They are not in their countries, they are in our countries, and we want our countries to be ours. They finance the wars everywhere in Africa, and they don't want us to farm, they don't want us to do agriculture. We are not poor, we are not poor, but they put in our minds that we are poor. You are the poorest, and we kick you outside, and we will never get you back in our country. There's no other choice. Down on our enemies, down on our enemies, down on our enemies. The path that our leaders of the Sahel Alliance are undertaking is the placing path. And this is for the survival of our countries. Because the bad democracy that they installed in our countries for 30 years, this is fake. There is nothing good. The children are being burned in the schools. We don't have drinkable water, we don't have energy, we don't have electricity. We do not have our own currency, whereas we do have gold reserves. We know that France have the fourth gold reserve in the world, but they do not have gold mine in their lands. down on France and down on our enemies. Please let us be united. And we are ready for this struggle up to the last person and our brothers, those who are with next to us in the neighboring countries. We have democracy in many countries, and what do they have in return? They think about what are they having today. What do we live in? Our living conditions, the quality of our life. Many of us did not know Kunche and Jori Hamani, and when people speak, they say Kunche, Kunche. But I was surprised when I hear that. I, I am surprised because even these current leaders should be blessed and thanked. You know why? Because they understand that we have approvals with the imperialists, but they denounce those approvals and they denounce those approvals. And I can tell that they broke some chains of slavery, and that makes life impossible to the imperialists because they can no longer control us, and because our wealth will come back to us and we will spend our money and make our life the way we want to make it. We do have wealth and resources everywhere in our three countries, and they know where we do have, and they know the value of it, and they calculate it for themselves and for their four children and the future generations. How many millions are we? We cannot feed ourselves because that's what they want us. They tell our leaders to keep us in famine and in hunger just because they know if you have a degree in Africa, it's not good. You should have a degree from their countries, from Europe. What can they do we cannot do today? Nothing, right? So all our resources, they take them from us and they sell them on the international markets, and they give us some small ponds. And even these small ponds that they give us, they are not happy to give us that. And that's why I can tell you that to confirm you, the alliance of the Sahel countries is not welcome by our enemies. We are not against their people, but we are against the people who want to keep us as slaves. Many people think that today we do have problems with Benin. No, we do not have a problem with Benin people, but we do have a problem with the president of Benin. But that himself is just doing this game because of the imperialists. This is to save his own position. But he forgot about the people who voted him on power. And France is giving orders to our neighbors to attack Niger. The people who lead us today are from Niger, and Niger people approve them. What's wrong with others? What's wrong with others? Do Niger people get out and say no to the militaries? We said we love them and leave us in peace. They misunderstood this because it is the alternance. We choose to approve our militaries. If you want to work with us, come and work with us clearly. And we discuss. If it's good for us, we accept. If it's not good for us, we look for other partners. And you too, you look for another partner. That's it. It's a question of state to state. We buy the weapons and whatever we want from whoever we desire. That's it. It's not subcontracting. All these things, my dear brothers and sisters, the imperialists do not want to see it. Dear brothers and sisters, we start the struggle, but we are not at the end. They are at the gate. They are at the gate just next to us. Continue the project. Continue having our eyes open. Continue protecting and surveying. And when they come, they'll not come the way they used to come in the past, because the people of the Sahel Alliance are us what we have never seen on this earth. Even a slight way to bring product to Niger, they refused that to us. They denied it to us. They put us under embargo. And Niger had the worst embargo ever on the earth. And even in Gaza, they do not have this embargo because they do have some paths to bring food to Gaza people. And we have enough. We have enough. And I can tell you that all these obstacles, we don't need them. When I want to go to Guinea and everywhere in Africa, I want to go through my movement freely. And we want that this alliance will not limit in the three countries, and tomorrow or other countries. We want the Sahel Alliance to go, to expand, and we are ready to go to the United Nations because we have this right. And to keep our leaders in jail, they created international courts, and those African leaders, they want and accepted African countries to be Libya to be bombarded. But now Gbagbo is saying the truth, and even France accept that Gbagbo won the elections at that time, and just they made him out of power because they want to have hands on Cote d'Ivoire resources, and to keep us in jails, they create the World Fund, and we say no to all these activities. But I can tell you that we should be ready, and we should be able to know what is good for us. We cannot make war in your land if you do not have somebody from you who help your enemies. And they stop sleeping. Let's have some, let's open our eyes, and please, let's thank the youth. And as I told you at the beginning, we have seniors with us, and they inherit things, and they are ready to transmit it to us. And they know us, and they fought many years, and today they know that the youth, and people want to have easy gain, and because we want to have a full governance, and it's like a broom. If you take sticks from broom, you can break them easily, but when they are together, you cannot break them all together. We are together as one, youth, women, and children. We are together as one. And to conclude, I thank you all those who made the move in Niamey. On behalf of Niger population, we thank you, and we want to show all our gratitude. And I pray the Almighty God to bring you back safe in your country. Thank you, and thank you again.